Welcome to the ADHD Mind, a space for ADHD, creativity, and personal development. ADHD and productivity guilt. As someone with ADHD, I tend to waste a lot of time, and things rarely go according to plans, most of the time unintentionally. Due to the way my brain is wired, is unpredictability and inconsistency. However, at the same time, I always have this drive to constantly get things done, to do more, to achieve more out of boredom and hyperactivity. And I also derive so much of my sense of self-worth from work. Do you see the mismatch between my reality and expectations here? It seems like I'm always asking for unrealistic expectations. It will rarely work the way I want it to, no matter how bad I want it to work. You've probably seen this formula before. Happiness equals reality minus expectations. The higher your expectations are, the more likely you will experience disappointment when things don't go your way. No wonder there were so many days I felt disappointed at the end of the day because of how unproductive I was that whole day. I have this constant inner conflict inside of me almost every week. This leads to a vicious cycle of productivity guilt because I want to achieve the impossible, which is for my brain to follow my rigid schedule. But in reality, it's not within my control how my ADHD brain will behave on a particular day, besides a good night's sleep, a healthy balanced diet, and medication. If I can't get that one thing done that I set out for the day, I just get stuck there and can't move on to other things. I realize this is a counterproductive way of doing things. This is a recipe for constant disappointment, unhappiness, shame, and guilt, and I want to break out of this cycle. Being productive is a great feeling, no doubt about it. There are days when things just seem to fall into place seamlessly, and we can knock off so many items on our to-do list. We feel like we're on top of the world, like we could achieve anything we want. We are invincible. On the contrary, on those days when things don't seem to go according to plan, we feel deflated, disappointed, angry, anxious, and dissatisfied, as if our whole sense of existence only depends on how much we get done in a day. If nothing gets done, the whole day is considered wasted, and we've accomplished nothing, and any sense of our self-worth vanishes. So how do we reframe this narrow way of thinking and truly embrace the imperfections of being human and let go of this obsession to control everything in our day and just let the day to unfold itself? On the surface, it may seem like a day was wasted. What if you miss out on other small meaningful things that happened that day because you were too busy getting upset over all the things you haven't done on your to-do list? As if all there is to a day of living on this planet is the number of to-do items on our list. Wouldn't that make our lives so dull and uneventful? Remember, we are humans, not machines. We can always follow things steps by steps, minute by minute, according to our schedule without failing. We got to accept the fallibility of being human sometimes. What if those imperfections or moments of being unproductive in our day brought you something surprising and valuable only for you to realize later on? Maybe a great idea came out of nowhere when you actually have some downtime. Maybe that's a perfect time to finally slow down and reflect on your life or your path. Maybe finally you've got some time to do that one thing that was important but not urgent, that you've been putting off forever. Maybe finally you have some time to pause for a moment and feel grateful for all the things you have in your life, but sometimes neglecting due to your hectic schedule. Maybe you finally have a chance to sit down and read a book or play with your kids and give them undivided attention. Maybe this is the first time you actually noticed how beautiful the sky looks when looking out of the window and the limited time we have on this earth. Are all of these things considered not valuable or meaningless when compared to how many things you could knock off on your to-do list? I doubt it. Sometimes, instead of following a rigid routine or schedule for the day, how about we just shuffle things around, see where it fits, even if it looks nothing like what you had planned the day before? You'll be surprised at how liberating and that feels, and an increase in your overall happiness when you let go of the need to control everything in your day. It may seem like you've done nothing all day, but sometimes it's your brain subconsciously doing the thinking or planning in the background without you even noticing. And once you're back into your productive self, ideas just flow onto paper out of nowhere. Isn't it amazing how sometimes our brains just quietly work in the background without us actually producing anything on that given day, but that might be the necessary prep work that you truly need for some other day in the future? Thinking is as important as the actual doing. Instead of berating ourselves for all the hours lost beyond our control, this will be the approach I want to try from now on, and I encourage you to give it a try too if you're struggling with productivity guilt like I do. The meaning of life is not a constant measure of how much output you can produce in a day, but also to embrace the mystery, the imperfections, the unexpected that each day brings. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Hope you all have a great day.